Everyone, it's Patrick Langhans, Cross Country Mortgage. There's been a ton of news and social media posts about property taxes going up. And so I wanted to do a quick video, give you 5 steps towards looking up your property taxes and appealing them to try and get a lower tax rate on your property. Property taxes are based on the value of your home. So the assessor goes out and assesses the property and determines the new value. Now, for most people, our property values have gone up quite a bit. So our property taxes are at risk of going up quite a bit. That's why you're hearing about it so much. And we definitely set some records last year. So in 2022, we'd seen some of the largest growth in property values that we'd seen in a long time. So we run a risk of our property taxes going up quite a bit. So here's a few steps you can do to appeal your property tax valuation and try and save a little money on those property taxes. So the first step is to find your notice of valuation. So that should be a letter that was sent to you by the county telling you what your new property assessed value is or what they've determined it to be. If you don't have it, you can Google search county assessor. So if you're in Arapahoe County, for instance, you put Arapahoe County property assessor. So the county assessor office for the county is in charge of determining the value. On most websites, they'll have a search tool so you can look up your property by owner or address and pull up that notice of valuation. Second step, on that same website, I would search appeals, because each county has a different method for appealing the property taxes. Some counties, on your notice of valuation, there's a form you fill out attached with your notice of valuation. So I know for Jefferson County, there's an appeal form that comes with your notification. So you can fill that out and send it back. Arapahoe County, when I did research on that, it looked like there was 5 or 6 ways you could appeal. You could do a phone call, you could go in person, you could write them, fax them, email them, do it on their website. So you need to figure out how your county is handling property tax valuations and appeals, and then that way you know what you need to submit. The third step is most appeals are going to require some comparable sales. So some homes that have sold in your neighborhood, and here's the catch, they had to close prior to June 30th, on or before June 30th, 2022. If you're trying to use comparable sales after June 30th, 2022, the county will not consider that, okay? Also, for your appeals, most appeals need to be postmarked by June 8th of this year. So you want to make sure it's at least postmarked by that date and get your appeal submitted quickly. So for step 3, I would contact your real estate agent and see if they could pull comparable sales near you. So I'd say probably within a mile or two that sold between June of 2021 and closed prior to June 30th, 2022. So that's super important. The next thing you want to submit is supporting documentation. I've heard of appeal notices being 47 pages long with or submissions for appeal being 47 pages long. They have pictures. You want to include anything that, this is the one time where you want your value to be low. So anything that would lower the value of your home. So if your home's outdated, if your home backs to a road, I'm sure we can get pretty aggressive on things that would make our home worth less. If the property square footage is inaccurate, whatever it may be, you can submit supporting documentation. Another example would be if all the other properties had finished basements and yours didn't. Stuff like that is what you would want to include in your appeal. And then step 5 is just to submit that bad boy up to the county and cross those fingers. Now they do have to notify you on what the result of your appeal was. County by county, on average, about a 40% success rate of getting your appeal considered and your property taxes lowered. Now that was an average across a number of counties in Colorado, so it's really going to depend on your county, but 40%, so that's not too bad. Definitely worth the effort. See if you can get those taxes down. If you have questions or need help with any of those steps, feel free to give me a ring, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.